As the old saying goes that we always hear about certain sports athletes that throw their careers away just being idiots outside of the sports that they play. Guys like Josh Gordon, guys like Kadarius Toney. This is completely applicable to somebody like Rashee Rice. It's sad. This brother has a lot of talent, a lot of gifts, and he just continuously gets in his own way. Guy who has a good smile in terms of wanting to always be the good guy and have the great jovial attitude that he has and being really happy. But he's just a guy who seems to always find his way stepping in dog shit every now and again because he just had too many issues in terms of his personal life and off the field issues, whether that's having domestic violence accusations and running away from a hit and run and getting put in court and getting suspended and having all these injuries. It's just been a bad look. And if I was the Chiefs, it really is a bad look, as this is basically the third strike for him in terms of issues he's been having. Apparently, I'm not going to get into the merits of weed and marijuana and things of that nature and whether you should be able to take it or not take it or legalize or whatever. That's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. But for a guy who's on probation right now, based off his current and previous things that have been going on in his life, you just couldn't pick a more stupid event and a more stupid timing than failing a drug test, especially when you're on probation. I don't get it. I don't understand it. This dude has been getting in his own way. He's basically going to cost himself millions of dollars in the process. Because if I was the Chiefs as an owner, as a GM of any NFL team, especially for the Chiefs, you'd be really asking a question, a genuine conversation, whether you should just cut bait on this guy right now, right here and now, and just get rid of him. Because at the end of the day, when a guy can't prove that he can stay healthy and be productive on the field, along with staying out of trouble off the field, you're left wondering whether or not this guy's more so a liability rather than an asset for your team. The Chiefs are really thin right now at the receiver position. They got a lot of young guys who are not really proven. Xavier Worthy, who's going into year 3, trying to prove that he can actually be a top level threat in the wide receiver position in this league. You got guys like Tyquan Thornton, guys like Jalen Rose who are really unproven, but are going to be big and given bigger roles while this guy is out. It's just sad to see a guy of Rasheed Rice's caliber to just continue to make mistake after mistake. And this is a guy who has good talent, like I said, but he's just wasting it, just being an idiot, you know? And the fact that he's just now having surgery to clean up some issues that he had from the previous surgery in terms of inflammation in his right knee, it just blows my mind. We're already in May. The season ended all the way back in, December for the Chiefs? And this dude is just now getting this surgery done. I just don't get it. And like I said, for a guy with this much talent to just be wasting it away, not having his mind right in terms of the decisions he makes, is just ridiculous. Now he's gonna miss mandatory mini camp, and OTAs. So he's always starting from a position where he's always playing catch up when it comes to start of the seasons. The past 3 seasons, he's really been in the same predicament where he's not been there, not been able to participate, not been able to really be honed in and on firing all cylinders with his team. And you just gotta look at the Chiefs as an organization as well and say, outside of what they did defensively this season in the offseason, what have they really done as a team in terms of the offensive side of the ball? You're going in with a really questionable offensive line when it comes to Josh Simmons, and on the other end, when it comes to Moore, you're really banking on that in terms of their offensive line this year, whether or not they play well for the most part. But like I said, you're going into this next season with a shaky offensive line. You did improve in the running back position in terms of Kenneth Walker, but it's really telling that they really didn't do much in terms of receiving cores. They're going in with probably a bottom 10 receiving core in the league with Patrick Mahomes, who's coming off of a very major injury in terms of his ACL. So it's definitely shocking. And Rashee Rice getting into this trouble once again does not help their situation. You got some free agencies that you can go after in terms of a Keenan Allen, maybe a D-Hop, a Stephon Diggs, possibly even a Tyreek Hill. and maybe some guys below that who may be a little bit cheaper. Money and staying injury and production are definitely going to be a factor in who they may try to grab, because obviously I don't think Rashee Rice is going to be 100% ready to go for the season. Maybe if he gets the rehab that he needs, which is going to be tough sitting in prison for the next 30 days, or county jail, whichever one you want to call it. Sitting in jail for 30 days based off of his violation of his probation. So hopefully he gets out of there and gets his mind right and gets things in a proper order, because it's sad to see players of his caliber and just players in general of any sport to just throw and waste away their talent because they can't stay out of trouble when they get out in the real world. So hopefully things change up for the Chiefs. Like I said, they got a lot of things to prove going into this next season, whether or not they can get back to the promised land and get back to being one of the top teams in the AFC. There's a lot of teams that improved in the offseason. The Chiefs definitely made improvements on certain position groups that they needed to fill in and different things in their coaching staff, but it's going to be an uphill battle. And the fact that they don't know the actual condition of Patrick Mahomes in the sense of when he's going to be able to start, whether he's going to be able to start in the first game or maybe the first 4 games. Rashee Rice getting in this trouble has definitely not helped them. So we'll see what happens going forward. Obviously, he's going to have to do his time and focus on trying to get his rehab done, which is going to be tough sitting in jail for the next month and missing all of that time. But this is a put up or shut up type year for Rashee Rice, to be honest. Because if he doesn't show up and show out in this season and have 1,000+ yard season and maybe even double-digit touchdowns, I don't see why the Chiefs bring him back next year in terms of, or give him an extension, because he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't proven it outside of his rookie season. He hasn't really proven that he deserves an extension of high value. And I don't think any other GM or team in the NFL would be begging on the door to try to sign him. So he needs to get his shit together in general. Hopefully he does. Do I expect it? Possibly. That's going to determine. It's going to be determined by him and his mental mindset going forward. So having a guy like Patrick Mahomes throwing you the football and being in an organization that's at this pillar in terms of ultimate abilities, in terms of their benchmark and what they've set for themselves the past 7 and 8 years, possibly even decade now. They expect high things from Rashee Rice going forward, and they expect high expectations. So let's see if he'll be able to get his shit together, like I said, and not continuously waste his potential, because he definitely is a talented guy, but he's got to stay out of his own way. But as I digress, that's all I got on this. Hopefully he gets his shit together. But thank you guys all for watching, as always. And as I always said in my videos, until we meet again.